Hello and welcome to InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Louise VanNatta. And today we're with some folks from SMART, which is Start Making a Reader Today. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hey, can you guys introduce yourselves and let our CCTV audience know who you are and how you are involved with SMART?
I'm Dick Day. I'm from South Salem. Work with the Salem Heights Elementary School.
Excellent.
And I'm Carrie K-Spear. I'm a coordinator at Independence Elementary School.
Ooh, great, wonderful.
And my name is Ray White, and I am the Northwest Area Assistant Area Manager here in Salem.
Wonderful.
Welcome. First of all, I know that SMART is an Oregon program, and it has been in the Salem-Keizer School District, but it's also statewide. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so SMART has been around for 23 years, and we have 256 schools across the state of Oregon that we service. And for the most part, the greatest part about the SMART program is that we're bringing volunteers in to read to kids to promote the joy of reading.
I got a chance to go to one school, the school where you were, to tape a little bit of video about SMART, and I think we should take a look at that to introduce us to the whole world of SMART. Why don't we take a look at that video?
That's great.
SMART is a terrific program. If you see the kindergartners on book giveaway day and you see what it means to them to take a book home every month, and weekly as they come in and greet their readers, and they're so excited about reading and what new books might be in the bins.
Oh my gosh, this is an amazing thing to see when you watch the students light up when they are interacting with their volunteer reader. There's moments where a light bulb comes on and you're able to see, wow, it makes sense. Reading, I understand what is going on in the book, and it just drives them and promotes them to read more and more and read to their family members and their little brothers and sisters too.
So the thing I like about SMART is that they're there to support this experience, and they tell us right up front, you're not teaching reading, you're not a teacher, we're just supporting this experience. We want to create an environment with the kids where they see the joy of reading.
Teachers try to provide that time and opportunity for students to read in the classroom. We only have so much time during the day. And to have special volunteers come in and dedicate their time allows extra support and that extra time that our kids need. Once a child wants to read and realizes they can read, they've opened the book for all kinds of learning. And that's what makes SMART exciting.
That was great.
I was so moved when I went into the library and saw all of these readers, you included, just absorbed with the whole idea of reading and the excitement of it. What is that like?
It's a real good time. They come in all happy and ready to go almost all the time, and that's one of the things that makes it fun.
You as a grandparent, tell us about how you got started reading in the first place.
With my granddaughter, when I was sort of trying to sneak into her school experience at Myers Elementary, and SMART came there, and I worked there for several years, and then once my granddaughter was out of elementary school, I moved on to Salem Heights, which is real close to my house, and it's a nice little walk, and it's a great afternoon for me.
There's a lot of things you could get involved with in the community. And as a business professional, why reading? Why is that so important to you?
Well, I think reading is just the stepping stone for everything in your future. And we work with kindergarten children at Independence Elementary, so it's a chance for us to get them acquainted with books, to have them just get that first step to the enjoyment of reading, and then they can continue on through all their years at school with just that happy time that they can spend in a book.
What need does SMART fill that teachers themselves can't?
Well, you know, the schools are very full these days. We have about 27 kindergartners in one class, so it's very difficult to have any one-on-one time. So SMART allows an adult to sit with a child for a good half an hour, have that one-on-one time with an adult that's giving you positive reinforcement and is just there for you. And that's something the teachers just can't do as much as they'd like.
So you're not teaching kids to read per se, you're reading to them. Where's the difference and how are you really helping those kids?
Well, actually, we're not teaching reading at all. In fact, we're not teaching at all. We're just enjoying their learning process, or helping them out with their learning process in whatever way we can. Spending some time with them, having some listening to what they have to say, and trying to support their attempts to learn how to read, which is, by the way, a real hard thing to do.
Wonderful.
Tell me a story. Tell me a story from your memory of one child. Can you think of one child?
Well, there's been so many, but one in particular, I think the little girl that I was reading with on the film was just a bundle of joy every time. And I like to tell people that she cheers me up. So no matter what's going on, going in and reading is always a good deal for me.
And that must be reinforcing for their whole joy of learning to read. I remember my own joy in going, oh, I get this. I know what's happening here. I'm putting this together, and I've never forgotten that experience. Is that something you experience all the time?
Definitely. You know, you're in tears and I'm laughing half the time because they're so darn cute. But also one of the key elements of SMART is that we're able to provide a book to the child twice a month. And for many of these children, it's the only book that they have at home, so it's a big deal. And it always gets me when one of the children will take a book, if it's a little girl and she takes a truck, not that she shouldn't have a truck book, but she's getting it, she says, for her little brother, because he doesn't have any books. So you see, that just spreads out the whole program of SMART across the family, which is what we're trying to do.
Well, what does SMART need from our community?
Well,
we have a chance to ask for some of the things we might need.
Yeah, the biggest thing that we need is volunteers.
Okay.
As you can see, we really want to establish this type of relationship and foster the love of reading for students here in our community. And the biggest thing that we need from that is volunteers to come in who are loving, who are supportive, who are really happy and cheerful and excited to be just a helping hand and just a listening ear and a positive voice to children in our schools.
I might want to add is that, and even if you don't have, and it's about an hour a week, isn't that sort of what we look at? If we can't even do it ourselves, we provide time for our employees to go and do that at our office. So that's a way a business can partner. If they themselves can't do that, they can encourage someone at their workplace or someone in their family to go and do that. I think that's wonderful. Thank you for
And do you
allowing us.
ever get a chance to see these kids as they go through grade school?
Oh, they hook up with you later on.
Oh, really?
All the time, yes.
And do they tell
Say
you?
hi, how you doing?
So you get to watch them growing up sometimes
Sure.
if you stay with the program.
And maybe not even recognize them after a while.
Because they're taller than you.
Well, so how can people find you and learn more about SMART and how to volunteer?
Well, the easiest way is through our website at www.getsmartoregon.org. And you can also call our office at area code 503-391-8423. And we'll be able to get you in touch with the school that works best for you within your community, and also find the schedule that works best for your time too.
Thank you for
Thanks being
joining us
here with
today on
today.
InSight, and
Really
thank
appreciate
you
it.
for joining us.
We'll see
on
you next
InSight.
time.
Next time.